Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where we geek out about a movie we just saw. We just saw Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Okay, so let's get into this. This is going to be our spoiler talk video. You do not want this movie spoiled for you. I don't care how much you think you don't care about spoilers. You don't want this movie spoiled for you. Go experience it. Mm-hmm. We tried to convince Kathy, who's hiding around the corner, to keep headphones on.
Did you just say hagging around the corner?
Did I?
You did say that.
I'm sorry, Kathy. Hanging around the corner. I'm going to talk Star Wars. My words don't work. Oh, wow.
Hiding. Hiding's the word you're looking for.
Hiding is the word I was looking for. Yeah, I don't even know what word I was looking. Anyways, we do have a no spoiler review, which you want to see, and it's got more of the review. This is really just going to be us geeking out about our favorite parts to geek out about. So there's a link in the description below. Or something popping up right about now. You can click on and see that instead. We again recommend you do watch that because it's pretty cool. This is just going to be us geeking out about the spoilers, but I think we're giving you enough time to pop out of here. Remember, spoilers. You don't want spoilers. Get out. So here's your final warning. Spoilers. You want to leave and not watch spoilers without seeing the movie first.
That's actually pretty good, Kenobi.
A little bit better. So when Ben Kenobi shows up now. Okay, there's no Ben Kenobi in this one. At least not that we caught.
So Luke's graduated green milk.
I still think that was blue.
It looked green
to me. It was a little off blue. It was a little like pale blue. But yeah, fresh from the teat of a freaking, I don't know what the hell that thing was. It reminded me of something.
It looked like a giant version of Watto.
It had a little bit of Watto, yeah, but it reminded me of something from like Dr. Seuss as well.
Oh.
So that was...
Yeah, a little bit. I could see that.
Yeah, and literally drinking the milk straight from the teat. Well, into a container, and then drinks it right in front of Rey, and Rey's like, oh, and his little grin, oh my god. And the way he's fishing with a giant spear pole thing, is like, okay, Luke, you're crazy.
I'm just imagining the whole pulling it up.
Yeah. Oh man, though, the caretakers, that shit was funny, the caretakers with Rey. Especially like when she knocks something off and it just takes the card out.
Yeah.
They're just
I expect her to go, sorry,
yeah,
my bad.
Sorry about that. Oh, that's when she accidentally lightsabers the rock. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, there's a lot more humor in this one than I thought there would be too, so that's pretty cool. There was a lot of laughs, and a lot of really deserved laughs.
And a lot of very dry humor, though.
Yeah, I mean, I could almost say there was a couple of moments I wish it wasn't as funny. There was a moment or two where maybe it took away from the drama a little bit.
I think it's just modern script writing at this
I think
point.
so too, because like, you know, this is spoilers, so I'm going to jump to some of the stuff at the end. But it's like, you know, with the face-off at the end, and Luke out there, and them just ordering all the shots on him from all the guerrilla walkers and stuff. As funny as that was, I kind of feel like some of that humor undercut the drama of, oh my god, we were watching Luke Skywalker go out and face down this whole army.
But you have to understand, from the Empire's point of view, firing all cannons onto a single life form seems to be a little bit overkill.
No, it all made logical sense, and I mean,
I love Hux going like, I think we got him.
Yeah. Oh my god, now that Hux is like, he's like the subordinate to Rey, to Kylo, man. Like, I don't want to necessarily just jump all over the place, but I think that's what this one's gonna be. Yeah, but like, I don't even know where, you pick another place to go from. Let's not, I don't want to quite jump to the big stuff yet.
Okay, best use as a ship as a weapon? Oh, no, actually the very beginning. When the rebel base is evacuating and the big dreadnought shows up and Poe. Is that the ship name for those two?
No,
Poe?
Yeah, Poe, there you go. Finn. No, Poe. Damn it. Poe, damn it, Iran. Anyways,
I think that's probably what they do call him.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But yeah, his attack on the dreadnought.
Yeah, because it was like, he just flies up to the dreadnought by himself going like, hey, I've got a message for General Hux.
Oh my god, that was so funny while he's waiting on his engine to charge up.
Yeah.
Hux, you'll burn and I will kill all your friends and all your family.
I'm sorry, I'm holding for Hux. So, he can hear me, right?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Hux with an H. Wait, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah. Sir, I think he's just egging you on. Destroy that ship. All right, do it, BB. Yeah, that was really cool. And again, where we watched Force Awakens last night, I was watching some of his piloting skills, which are impressive, but my God, they were really on display in that sequence.
Yeah.
You know, taking out all those cannons and the way he like did that real sharp loop around behind the damn TIE fighters. Just,
yeah.
whew. But I liked how a lot of the problems in this movie were because of Poe.
Yeah.
You know, he kind of did that thing we've seen, and I guess if you're watching Walking Dead right now, it's kind of similar. But I know you're not. I'm just saying, where it's like a well-intentioned, I'm trying to do the right thing and I'm trying to make all this stuff happen, really made everything go to shit.
Yeah.
You know, because he sent them on the secret mission and he was going to do the light speed thing, and that's really kind of, and that's how they met the DJ character that sold them out and really kind of screwed everything up.
At the time, though, working with the information they had, that seemed to be the correct course of action.
Yeah, no, I know, I get it, and it's one of those situations,
Now,
but it's
if the chick says, look, there's a base over here, we can just get over there.
Or even just like pull him aside and be like, shut the fuck up, I have a plan, but I need people not to know it right now.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
It's part of the plan that people don't know there's a plan, now shut up.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know,
Understandable.
everybody could have handled things better.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I like that they did that they gave him that kind of run, and then that he was mutinying over Admiral Holdo and stuff. I was like, oh my God.
This is how we keep movies from ending in the first 10 minutes.
I think I know that. But yeah, and then I was going to say, I know people are going to compare this. They're going to be like, they just like did Empire and Jedi again. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, there are those parallels. There are those echoes, but I mean, it's really not the whole movie. The movie does really have its own awesome plot, although it will be interesting to see what can they echo for the third one, because they've kind of echoed all the major points of the original trilogy in the first two movies.
Yeah, well, maybe they just won't.
I know, that'll be cool, because they've really set this up to be, I don't know where they're going to go with this.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah, and back to my second favorite ship thing.
Yeah.
So, you got a big-ass cruiser that you're going to sacrifice initially by just leading the rest of the enemy army on a merry little chase until they decide not to follow you anymore and go after the things that you're trying to distract them from. What do you do in this scenario? You turn your ship into a big fucking missile and go light speed into the... Sorry.
Which was amazing, though, when she did it. I know your point is she should have done it initially.
Yeah, I wish she'd done it a little sooner.
Yeah, there's truth to that. But at the same time, the longer she waited, the further away the other ships should have gotten had the First Order not known.
Yeah.
So there is that. I can see both sides of that. But that was amazing. And that's also, if you saw the no spoiler, that's where some idiot does the Chewbacca roar in the silence. And it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
No one's here for that shit. We're here to experience this movie. Shut the fuck up.
Though, if she had done it to begin with, she would have torn them up so bad, because we saw how bad she tore them up.
Yeah, but a lot of other things could have happened too. So I don't know. I can let that go. See, like, that's the kind of logic that's it's easy for us to sit here and armchair quarterback it, sort of, as they say, you know. But that kind of stuff happens in real combat and everything, you know. It's like, in hindsight, yes, maybe I should have done that sooner.
I'm just not sure why this doesn't happen more often. Because this is not the first last-ditch scenario that's happened in space.
Yeah. Well, again, I don't know. It's Star Wars, man.
So I'm like, I'm glad they did, because it was really awesome. I'm just like, why haven't people been doing this more often?
And you know, it's also the Force. You got to remember, that's the beautiful thing about Star Wars, is the Force wills everything to happen when it needs to happen. So it wasn't going to happen until it was ready, until the timing was right, because that's what saved Finn and Rose from having their heads digitally chopped off. Which, by the way, can I say, they kind of hyped the execution troopers up, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that I only saw 2 execution troopers in the whole movie, so I don't have to army build. I just need 2 of the Black Series. Christmas is coming. 2 of the Target exclusive Black Series. Speaking of, I knew I was going to regret not buying this. I was in Toys R Us the other day. They had a 2-pack with a First Order officer and Admiral Akbar. They killed Admiral Akbar.
They killed a lot of people.
They killed a lot of people. And they killed Luke, sort of.
Luke,
I mean, in a beautiful way, but he did a Yoda fade out. After that amazing battle at the end.
After a Kenobi fake out.
Yeah, because I thought he was going to do the Kenobi with Kylo, and just, there's so much cool stuff there. Like, I thought he was going to whip out the green saber with the blue and go to town, 2 saber style. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, Kylo, Okay, so moving back before... Actually, I tell you what, because let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So let's go back a little bit, too, because that beginning battle...
Mm-hmm.
And it's so cool, because that's the thing we kept seeing in the trailers, with Kylo's TIE fighter coming up on the ship, and he's going to blow up Leia, and he hesitates, and, you know, you think they're having a Force convo.
No.
He does. He does not actually pull the trigger, which was interesting. But the other TIE fighters do. They blow up the whole goddamn bridge, Leia and all. And this is like in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And you see Leia fly out into space. And it's like, what the fuck? And I started losing it a little bit. But then they kind of show her lingering. I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god. And then she starts twitching. And then her hand is kind of outstretched. And it opens up a little bit. And she starts flying through space. And the Force pulls her back through the wreckage to the door. They get her. That was so cool. That was so cool.
But my first thought was like, oh, so this is how they decide to write her out.
Well, obviously, there were those moments, those thoughts in the movie.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, that is something that's really unfortunate with the decisions that were made. They already killed off Han Solo. Now they've kind of killed off Luke, although Force Ghost in the next one. But
even so, it's
the
like,
one
the
that
people who
actually died is the one they kept alive. Yeah,
like,
so...
it's like, I'm not...
And I know it's going to be a controversial thing, but I'm not opposed to them doing the double and do a little CG to give her... I wouldn't want like a whole Tarkin through a whole movie kind of situation, but give her a scene or two to actually properly kind of write her out, you know? Don't just... I just hope they don't do one of those things like Leia was killed in between this movie and the next one.
I have a strong feeling that's how that's going to go.
I have a bad feeling about this. Did they even say that in this movie? I don't recall that.
If I heard that line or not. I don't think I did.
Again, we need more and more examination.
I think the closest thing we got was this is not going to go how you think.
Yeah. Oh my god, all the Jedi Luke stuff was great. And that fear he was giving off about training Rey, he's like, you just, like, that was your first experience with the dark side. You just tapped right in. You just dove right in without any hesitation. You weren't holding back. You weren't trying to get out. No, I'm not doing this again. Obviously, a lot of my predictions were wrong, but but still, that's fine, because it still worked out really, really well. Although I was right that Kylo was reaching out to ask her to join him, but in a different shot. And I guess we should get into that amazing stuff.
That was interesting.
Oh my god. And Snoke, man, just taking Snoke out that way. And then what a cool way to take him out.
I was going to like, it's just like, how's he going to... Okay.
And it's so beautiful because he's like, Snoke is like, I sense him turning the saber at you, ready to ignite and give your doom. And it's like, yep, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I'm also doing it to you, but you don't know because you're focused on me doing it to her. Like, just that he's doing the same thing to both of them at the same time to hide that from Snoke was brilliant. And then the reveal about Rey's parentage is the best answer they could have given us. It's like, you think you're special? You're not special. You know the truth. Your parents were nobodies. They sold you for drinking money. They're in graves over on Jakku. And she's like, yeah.
The thing is, her parents may have been nobodies. Rey's really fucking special.
Well, I like this idea, too, that Snoke was talking about that. It's like, as your darkness, the power of your darkness grew, we knew the light would grow to balance you, and we just thought it would be Luke Skywalker. So I thought, that's really, really cool. And the idea that Luke has completely shut himself off from the Force because he wants nothing to do with it, because he's the Last Jedi, or was the Last Jedi.
And that actually may be why Rey became a Jedi, just because it's like, Force is going like, you're not going to let me use you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to find another instrument over here.
I think that's exactly what was going on. And that was just such a cool thing, too, to have Kylo and Rey be able to have these conversations. That Snoke was putting them in each other's minds to have those conversations. That was an awesome
The thing is, that kept happening even after Snoke was gone.
Yeah, well, I think, again, these are very powerful Jedi, as we've learned, and, you know, they've learned a thing or two from things happening. Yeah, that was great. Would you please put a towel over that or something? That was great. So, you know, you could...
Kylo's like, whatever.
I know. I love that you might see them ship after all. I don't know. They really changed up the shippings in here. Except, I still think Finn and Poe have something awesome. They
didn't have near enough time together.
Yeah, but come on, they gave us that beautiful scene with that beautiful subtext right in the beginning, where Poe's working on something and BB-8's talking to him. He's like, Finn in a bag that's leaking. What? He looks over and Finn's just all the hoses spewing back to this out, you know. He comes over and squirts on Poe, and I'm just thinking, oh God, my dirty mind, my dirty mind.
Now. Rose. I don't know if I actually like her.
I do. I don't know if I like her and Finn as a thing.
That might be why I don't like her.
Right. Well, I think that's part of what it is. I think we kind of like. Well, again, I know you're fully sold on the Finn, Poe, and Rey situation.
See, I expected Finn to be in the center of a triangle between Rey and Poe. I'm like, Rey and Rose? Nah, take Rose out of here.
But see, I like her. And I like that reveal that was her sister that died early, because I thought maybe that was where I was a new character I wasn't used to. Mm-hmm. The bombers in the beginning, which was awesome, by the way. And A-Wings, by the way. That was freaking awesome. I thought maybe that was Rose, and they killed her. I'm like, wait, that couldn't have been Rose. They wouldn't have killed her off. I know I've seen scenes in the trailers.
Well, the
but
thing
that
is
it was her
that
sister.
necklace that it was a very sort of yin-yang thing, so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, there must be another half someplace else.
That's what obviously you figured out, is that was her sister or something.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really, really cool. Mm-hmm. God, there's so much good stuff in this movie. But then, they even kind of did the foolish thing, with Rey on Snoke's thing. It's like, here, watch your friends die. Sure, that's right out of Return of the Jedi, but it's a nice echo to Return of the Jedi.
It's also just classic villain.
Yeah, and these are classic stories. 'Cause remember what these are supposed to be. These are supposed to be like big budget versions of those old 1940s like serials that would play before movies. It's like it's supposed to be these string together 10-minute things of, resolution of last week's cliffhanger to setup of the next cliffhanger and keep it going. And that's kind of what they've done. They've done it brilliantly again, I think. Rey and Kylo versus the Praetorian guards.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Okay, how many of them were there? Because it seemed like there should only be about 6, and I think they killed about 12.
I don't know. That sounds about right. Maybe they just were harder to kill, but that was awesome. And that last one, when she throws Kylo her saber, and he just right through the guy that's choking his face. Like,
yeah, I mean, some of the kills in this were pretty brutal for a Star Wars.
Yeah, they aren't really shying away from it, and I appreciate that a great deal. So all that stuff was fantastic. And then I was so excited because I was like, oh my God, they're going to do what I was thinking they're going to do. They're going to shirk both their leaders, and they're going to go off and form a gray path. I was like, yes. And then it's like, no, damn, Kylo is gone full dark now. It's like, no, I want you to be with me and we can rule the galaxy. I was like, master and apprentice, damn it. In a good way.
It's just like, no, you're just going to keep perpetuating the same problem that we already have if you want to rule everything. That's
yeah.
That doesn't really work for me.
Yeah. Oh, but that was cool. And I love that he kind of, that Hux is like his underling now. Yeah. That all this time Hux was trying to be above him and think he's better than him. And Kylo's just like, I'm done. Snoke's gone. I love that. Supreme Leader is dead. Long live Supreme Leader.
Hey, Tarkin.
Yeah.
Tarkin 2.0.
And that was just awesome seeing Kylo do the Force choke. Yeah. And that was like the most Darth Vader he's been. And I loved that. I do hope they bring the helmet back, though. I love the helmet. For those of you wondering, my hair is growing out again. And because I've been getting people asking again. That keeps going, and so that's what I'm doing. Anyways. That's a version of what I'm doing. There's more. There's so much more. Okay, so let's talk about some Luke stuff. The resolution to the end scene from The Force Awakens. What does Luke do after presented with the lightsaber? He looks at it for a minute. He looks at her for a minute. Whoosh! Throws it up in the cliff like, I don't want this shit. That was awesome. That was awesome. Porgs.
Tastes like chicken.
Everything but that scene with Chewie trying to eat one while the others are looking at him have been in the trailers. So there's no more porgs really than that, but that was great.
Except for the couple that, I guess those were in the trailer too.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. But that was awesome, the Chewie scene with the porgs. And, oh my God, Chewie busting in through Luke's door. Like, what are you doing, Luke? That was great.
Yeah, because at first you're thinking it's Rey Force busting the door open, and that was Chewie. Like,
that was awesome. Oh, and then R2 with Luke on the Falcon, and he plays the old hologram of Princess Leia. Oh, that was so cool. That got me. And then Luke was like, "That's a low blow, R2."
I think R2's just chowing away at first, and Luke goes, "Hey, language."
Yeah,
holy
that
place.
was great. It was kind of weird. We had flashbacks, although they were good flashbacks. It was odd that they were flashbacks. We actually saw, Luke and Ben, and that Luke was going to kill Ben because he sensed the dark side rising and all that stuff. And we saw the destruction of the Jedi Temple and all that. So that was kind of interesting to see that as a flashback. But that was very, very cool. And Luke had his Return of the Jedi green saber back then. So that was cool too.
Oh, that was interesting. It's like you got version 1, then you got version 2, and then you got version 3, which is like, oh, okay.
That part did confuse me a little bit. I started I was running through my Star Wars brain. I was like, wait, was there 2 versions of that saber? And, you know, I was trying to figure all that out because I didn't realize Luke was Jedi projecting himself.
No, I meant the whole what happened with Luke and his training temple.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that's what we were talking about.
No, I think we crossed wires a little bit.
Okay, back on track.
BB-8 was BB great. I thought there was going to be a face-off with him and BB-Hate, but we didn't actually get that.
No.
There's going to be a pop ride.
There was some serious side-eye between the two, and that was about it.
Yeah. It's got to be a pop ride of BB-8 on the broken chicken walker, because that was pretty freaking cool. I really thought we were going to lose Finn. I really thought.
Yeah, I did too.
I was like, I don't want to lose any of the new people. I love these new people. And then I thought maybe we'd lose Rose. And I'm like, I could be kind of okay with that. But
I would have been totally okay with that.
But you know, it's kind of nice that this new trilogy, I just realized they've echoed themselves. That Force Awakens, that Finn gets severely injured protecting Rey, and he's kind of left. Will he be healed or what?
Meanwhile, Rey's looking at Finn taking care of Rose on the ship going like,
yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, but my point being that now they've echoed that in this movie, that, you know, she kind of saved him, and now he's left kind of wondering, like, will she be okay kind of thing. I think that's kind of a nice little touch. I thought I had a kitty in my leg. I'm saving the big one for the last here. They did do the in memory of Carrie Fisher, so that was really sweet.
Oh, by the way, no, we should mention this in the other one. There's no post-credit or anything like that.
Well, Star Wars never does, and actually that's a good timing to bring that up. And then I may be wrong about this, so hear me out. Before you comment, let me say this full thing.
Okay.
The ending threw me off a little bit because it's not the traditional Star Wars ending. Because for me, almost every Star Wars film, and I just said almost, I was thinking almost at the time, it would end with a musical montage of like what the different groups are doing and where they're going on to, you know, and like dialogue, no dialogue kind of thing, and you get 2 or 3 things. And really, they only did one little thing in this one. They didn't really do that, so it kind of broke that tradition. But thinking back on Empire, I don't think they actually did that big montage either. So I do think they kind of did it like Empire, but
well, that might be because they might still be trying to kind of figure. Or at the time, we're trying to kind of figure out where they're going because, you know, Carrie's gone and
yeah, maybe. And I mean, you saw the kid, the Force Power kid, and he has the Rebel ring on and stuff that Rose left him.
I know that real casual sort of.
That was, and then he's looking up at the stars, kind of like Luke looking at the twin moons. So that was cool.
Critters. We talked about porgs.
Yeah.
You got the crystal foxes.
Oh my god, and then when they fall into the cave, and then they show up just looking at Rey, just holding up all the rocks for them, that scene was...
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I want in my Star Wars.
The people, not the foxes.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, the fox, that would be weird if the fox were like, ooh.
Because the foxes, you know, there's a time that the foxes go, wee, and the humans are like...
And then the rabbit horse things you're digging on.
Yeah. Because it's just like, let's take 2 curves that kids like. We'll take bunnies and horses.
Yep, that was really, really cool.
But yeah, no, I was just like, I kind of want one of those.
Yeah. By the way, I just had a thought too. Last year we did our Rogue One review in the car immediately after. We didn't have time to talk about anything, and I think that may be why I was getting more emotional. Because trust me, she can verify, I was emotional.
He does get emotional.
I still am. Well, Star Wars, as you know, really gets me there. Because it really, this is actually a perfect segue, because it really hits my nostalgia buttons. And boy, did it hit my nostalgia button in a big way with something I never even thought about ever seeing again, nor did I realize how much I wanted until it happened, and how freaking amazing it was. Yoda! Yoda, dude! And not like just a quick little glimpse, a full-on freaking scene with Yoda's ghost and Luke, and it was like vintage, it was Frank Oz, and it was vintage puppet Yoda, and like he's being goofy and just like giving Luke crap, but still being really smart, and like saying things like, that's the toughest part about being a master, is we are here for them to surpass us, kind of thing. And I'm like, oh my god, Yoda dropping knowledge bombs, and I mean, it took me back to like Empire as a kid, but modern, and it was so good. I just thought maybe we'd get Kenobi showing up too. If they had done that, like if they had thrown freaking Ewan in there and just aged him up a little bit and been like, oh yes, Luke, welcome. It's like, oh my god, no. They didn't do that. But still, oh my god, the Yoda scene. And that is like the biggest spoiler to me in the movie. That to me is a bigger thing to ruin for people than like that Luke force ghosts out at the end, Yoda style and all of that. while he's looking at twin suns, which is kind of cool. In another
Because
beautiful shot.
that's how they introduced him to begin with.
Oh, I hadn't even made that connection.
How is it I made that before you did?
Because there's way too much going on in these movies, and I'm still processing it all.
Because the first time we see Luke, he's staring at the twin suns, right?
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, yeah. I had to think for a second to be sure, but yeah. But anyways, yeah, dude, yeah. But Yoda, I mean, the Yoda scene, like, who would have thought we're getting a Yoda scene, a Yoda and Luke scene that's like as good as the Yoda and Luke stuff from Empire now. And that Yoda, the Force ghost of Yoda, called down the lightning to burn the tree in the Jedi books.
Yeah, after Luke hesitated.
Yeah, and which I didn't know Force Ghosts could do, so that opens up some interesting questions.
We had a lot of Force use that we've never seen happen before.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes me, it's just like, okay, were these rules in place before, or are we just kind of making it up as we go?
No, I think we're just learning more about the Jedi because, you know, in the prequels they had rules, so they couldn't do everything that they could do. In the original trilogy, we didn't really have any kind of full-on Jedi that had been around for a while, practiced and everything, other than like Yoda or Obi-Wan dying early, who was old, you know. So this is the first taste of like these young, very powerful Jedi coming up and stuff, and some very well trained. So
kind of like to know where the heck Snoke came from.
Yeah, I guess we won't though, unless we read it in a book, because Snoke don't matter anymore. And I kind of like that. I like that they took these, like, the two things that were the biggest mystery from The Force Awakens, and they just kind of just brushed them aside. Like, oh, you guys thought that would be the big deal? That's not the big deal.
Yeah,
Snoke's dead, and Rey's parents don't matter.
And then there's Phasma.
Yes, which could have been longer,
Yeah.
but it was cool. We did get to see a little of her face. I like the idea that every time out they're going to destroy her, but she's going to survive and come back. And I think the next
she might
one,
be fused to her suit now, though.
yeah, I think the next one is she's some badass bounty hunter and she's just done with the First Order. Her whole mission is just to find and kill Finn.
She's basically already Boba Fett.
Yeah, I know, but I mean that would be a cool character arc for her. That at this point it's like, no, now I'm done. Now I just want that mofo dead. That would be pretty cool. I would be all right with that. Yeah, and then we got the scene with Luke and Leia. That was really cute. And Luke winking at 3PO. Yeah. Oh my god, in the early, Leia being like, 3PO, wipe that nervous look off your face. He's like, what?
I don't have any other looks.
Yeah. That was so good.
Face.
That was so good. Oh, man. Oh, it's just so good. Okay, is it Saturday yet? I'm ready to rewatch this thing. I think we've hit it all we can do.
I think it's Saturday on the opposite side of the world.
Yeah, technically, that's right. It is very late. She's got stuff to do. I still got...
Kathy? Yep. You okay?
Everybody all right?
Yep, I'm fine.
Okay, all right. So on that note, comment away. Let us know what you think about this movie. What's your favorite part? All that kind of stuff. You like any of the things we said? What would you like to see? Where do you think they'll go with the next one? What was your favorite moment, though, for sure? I got to know. How many of your predictions were right? How many were wrong? Whatever, just, it's Star Wars, man. Geek out with me. That's like what this channel is mostly about when it comes to movies. It's Star Wars. That being said, do all that. You can also click that thumbs up button. Give us that good old thumb of encouragement. We do love to be encouraged. We're going to make sure everything's okay. Go watch some more movies. I'm going to go home and do some work and cry over things as I think about them more. And we will see you all later.